funding of the national medical stores, you can see they are located and the funding gap. So we can go to the recommendations which are on page 31. The first one is we need 5.42 billion for distribution of essential medicines and medical supplies required for upgraded health center 2s and health center to health center 3s. Then the second is 25.45 billion to cover reproductive, maternal and child health services. The third is 32.93 billion for provision of specialist units and non-communicable diseases. Then 4 is 0.87 billion to cover for funding gap at centers across the country. Then 5, 4.7 billion for procurement of specialized medicines for national referral hospitals, that is Kirudru, Mulago, and Sipiika. Then on 6, 4.94 billion for nutritional supplements and 13 billion for warehousing, distribution, and NDA verification fees. Then the seventh, the government of Uganda should work towards creating increased partnerships and investments in Africa vaccine and drug manufacturing capacity to ensure sustainable, timely, and equitable access to life-saving vaccines for the country to avoid over-reliance on donors. Then also, there is unpaid bill of 92 billion, which is the handling fees for donated items and supplies to national medical stores. It has never been cleared by Ministry of Finance. So national medical stores need that money. That's 92 billion, which is the recommendation number 1. Then number 2, in the future, the cost of handling donated supplies should be factored in funding negotiations and agreements with partners. Then also poor stock management practices. You can go to the recommendation. The first one, the Ministry of Health should enforce strict controls governing stock management practices at health facilities. Then the second one is the Ministry of Health should follow the matter of storage facilities to ensure that all health facilities have adequate and appropriate storage for the medical supplies. Then the third is the Ministry of Health and national medical stores should develop IT tools for last mile accountability of essential medicines and supplies that will keep record of wherever the medicines and supplies are dispensed through. On page 33, access to the Uganda People's Defense Forces, health services by the civilians. The facilities under UPDF are also accessed by the civilians. They used to get 2 billion, but had been stopped. So the recommendation is we need that's 2 billion being instated to UPDF to cater for medical services extended to the civilian population. Then also they have a new established hospital at Mbuya, which is a 436 bed. So we can go straight to the recommendation. The committee recommends that the national medical stores be allocated an additional annual allocation of 8.8 billion to facilitate the efficient operation and optimal performance of the newly established National Referral Hospital at Mbuya. Then for Uganda Transfusion Services, UBTS, we can go straight to the recommendation. The committee recommended that 3.5 billion be provided to Uganda Blood Transfusion Services to procure 10 more blood mobilization vehicles that will support them in blood donor activities, given the 3 new blood banks. Then the second one, they need procurement of specialized laboratory blood collection and IT equipment. We can go to the recommendation. The committee recommends that 3.2 billion be provided to procure blood transfusion services for purchase of centrifuge. The centrifuges are critical in preparation of blood components. Understaffing, they also need more staff for the new structure, so they need the recommendation 11.7 billion. But this can be done in a phased manner. Then when we go to Kawempe Hospital, we can go to, it's only 46% of the staff positions are filled, so we need an extra 6.1 billion to raise that percentage to around 60%. Then inadequate funding for medicines and supplies, and the recommendation we need about 1 billion
Let me add you 7 minutes.
These are 29 votes, but I'm going to...
Chair, please. Okay?
Let's move to the recommendations.
Chair,
on it.
please, first listen. Chair, take your seat. That's not how we work on the floor. Okay? Yeah, you're chair when you're guided. You don't start by procrastinating and then you start. You utilize your time because we need members to have more time for debate. We read this report. You gave it to us last week. So we read the report. We need debate. Otherwise, if we go on reading and members don't debate, then you'll be satisfying yourself. 7 minutes.
Much obliged.